Doubt is not the opposite of faith. If you're a Jesus follower, if you're a human being, you've had doubts. Maybe not about what God said or who God is, but you've had doubts about whether or not God will do something, or if God even can do something. We've all had doubts. It is a part of our journey of faith, and it is not the opposite of faith. In fact, I would say that doubt is a huge part of building your faith. Doubt leaves room for a possibility that you might be wrong. So doubt is not the opposite of faith. One day, in Mark chapter 9, a father brings his sick son to Jesus to be healed. And Jesus tells the man, "I'll heal your boy if you believe." And the man's response is so honest and raw. He says, "I do believe, but help me overcome my unbelief." In other words, this man is saying, "I think you can do this, but I'm not sure. But would you please help me with the parts of my life where I'm not sure? Help me overcome my doubts." I had a conversation not too long ago with a person who was wanting to be baptized and take the step of faith, of obedience, but they said, I want to make sure all of my doubts are answered before I get baptized. I want to make sure that all of the things I'm doubting about God come true first. And my response to them was, you're going to wait till you die then. Because if you wait till all your doubts disappear, you wait until you're standing in heaven before God. Because as long as you're a human being, you're going to have doubts. And I love this man's prayer to go ahead and just admit, I have faith and I have doubts, but I want you to help me with my doubts. Courage is not the opposite of fear. Courage is the ability to do what you need to do regardless of your fear. That's the same with faith. Faith is not the opposite of doubt. Faith is the ability to obey regardless of your doubts. So the opposite of faith is not doubt. The opposite of faith is disobedience. When the Lord asks us to do a thing or to live a certain way or to trust Him with a thing, and we do not do that, that is not doubt, that is disobedience, and that is the opposite of faith. And it doesn't matter how small or how big you think your faith is, if you've just got a little, it's enough. In Matthew chapter 17, Jesus said, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, and I don't know if you've ever seen a mustard seed, but it's tiny, it's a little bitty seed. And Jesus said, if your faith is that small, you could say to that mountain over there, get up and move from here to there, and it will do it. And then here's what Jesus closed with. He said, even if your faith is as small as a mustard seed, nothing will be impossible for you. It just takes a little bit of faith to move forward. It just takes a little bit of faith to obey. It just takes a little bit of faith to see God working in your life. So even if you've got lots of doubts, that's okay. It's part of your growth process. Maybe you and I should stop getting hung up on our doubts. Maybe we should stop beating ourselves up because we have doubts. It's part of the process. It's part of what God uses. And maybe you and I should just pray these prayers. God, I believe you can do anything, but I'm struggling to believe you could do something in my situation, with this person, with this job, with this issue. I'm struggling because I don't see you working. So please help me where I'm struggling. Please help me in my unbelief. Let us take the smallest kernel seed portion of faith that we've got, that God might be able to do something. Let's take that and build on it. And let's just ask God, help me where I'm doubting. I want to believe. I want to obey. So help me where I'm doubting, and watch our faith grow. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, nothing will be impossible for you. I hope that encourages you today. Bye.